and go about your lives, go to school, go to work, and go about your social activities. And I think, and that really just became the crux of the matter. And that also meant those of us who had not yet, it had not yet really become prevalent in, jurisdictions like this one, were able to learn from that and to prepare. So there was never a time information for me was more critical or easier, to bring home than a time of COVID-19 pandemic. And that's why we say information can mean life or death. And the other issue is there was never a time it became more instrumental. Instrumentality here refers to the fact that right information can enhance your other rights. So in this case, the right to health, the right to life, the right to associate, everything dependent on what information do you get from government, from your government, and it was a global thing. It was a global thing. That was the other interesting, I think, twist to it, is that we look at it contextually, but this is one of the time where, the context applied everywhere. And so it became very instrumental. And even if you look at why the US had an issue at the WHO level with China, and they've even pulled out, so you can see even the geopolitics around things has been affected, was that they said information received initially, right after the pandemic came into play from China, was not factual, it wasn't timely, the WHO did not enforce the standards that were required, and as a result, this pandemic spread more than it should, and other countries were not prepared. And the impact of it on geopolitics will be very, very big. And so you see the role information plays, and you can never underestimate it during this time. When I go to the issue of trust, is that what has then that information meant in terms of enhancing transparency and accountability around issues like COVID? I know there are a lot of issues. If we come now back to our context, there are a lot of issues. Kenyans are grappling with questions more than answers about how we've then handled it. Issues around resourcing are there. Issues around, even how we are planning ahead are there. Issues around what is informing decision making at this point is there. And so